guys, this is tiny talk. Sounds like small talk because that's all we're good at.
Plus, we're using a tiny microphone.
This is like the 4th try or something.
Yeah, because we were doing it on my iPad and it would not record. And we kept talking without knowing that it wasn't recording. So,
you really need to pay attention when it stops.
Yeah, now we're like both like watching my phone.
Yeah, we're like
closely, like,
is it gonna stop?
Still?
I mean, it's only 30 seconds in, so.
Yeah, it's fine. We should probably try to make these shorter.
Oh, yeah. We need to have something set to talk about.
Yeah, but we did that last time and we just veered off.
Rambled. See, but we added in stuff. That's what we did. That's why it was so long. Literally an hour.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
We could talk about what we were gonna talk about.
The big boy?
Yeah.
Insecurities.
Yeehaw.
We have them. You have them probably.
Probably.
Most people do. If you don't, congratulations.
Good for you.
Because I would love to not have any of them.
Join the 0.001% of the population that doesn't.
And if you think that you don't have insecurities, you're lying to yourself. And that's probably one of the insecurities, is that you're a liar.
Just calling a bunch of people liars, it's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll start.
Okay.
I hate my teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Well, you got braces now, so they're gonna fix.
Your boy's fixing them. But I hate them.
I don't like my teeth.
But your teeth are straight.
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay, I know. You don't like that.
They're just not white.
I know.
And it's because I grew up on soda. And like, yeah, partially my fault.
Partially.
Okay, but my parents just bought soda. And I guess I'm still like drinking soda technically. But it's zero
literally
sugar.
Have a soda sitting.
Okay, but it's a step. I'm trying to cut down. And it's a step. Baby steps. I can't just stop drinking soda after drinking it for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like 1 can of Coke like a day. No, I mean like 8 cans of Coke
a day.
Like if I was thirsty, I was getting a soda.
Yeah.
Like
you guys never had water in your old house? Never?
No.
It just wasn't a thing.
No. And the only reason we have that water machine is because we like found that creepy note in our house that said that this girl got sick from the water.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, let's just not use that water to make food or to drink.
I just think, because when I went to the orthodontist, they were like, well, because it was my Nana who said it. She was like, she doesn't like her teeth, but they're not nearly as bad as I thought they were. And I was just like, okay, but they're not your teeth. You don't have to smile with them.
Yeah.
I know that people don't actually care what my teeth look like. I mean, maybe when they're scrolling through Instagram, they're silently judging me behind the screen. But nobody comes up to me and is like, oh my God, you have ugly teeth. It's just like a thing that I think to myself. Because when I smile, let me tell you, they're ugly. And when I talk, they're still ugly. They ain't changing. They are now, but they weren't. And, like, I looked at all the pictures around me in the orthodontist place, and I was like, wow, those are some bad teeth. And then I was like, mine aren't really that bad, but I probably hate my teeth just as much as those kids who came in here.
Yeah.
It's just, it's one of the things that was never going to change unless I got braces.
Yeah.
Even if nobody ever cared and said something to me. I care about it. Because everybody else is, like, smiling pretty on their Instagram pictures, and I'm over here closed lips smiling.
See, I never smile with my teeth.
Yeah, I know. For separate reasons. But don't worry. Your Christmas present, that's what it's going to be.
Okay. God, I hope so. I don't know. I have a lot of insecurities. I just don't like myself. And, like...
Me,
and, like, that sounds like a joke, but, like, it's also, like, kind of not a joke. You know?
Yeah.
I think the only thing that I really like about myself is probably my hair.
I like my hair. Not right now. It's bad.
My hair.
I haven't washed my hair in a minute.
I think that's why I like dyeing my hair, because, like, even if Because like, okay, so we weigh the same, but it shows more on me than it shows on you because I'm shorter.
Yeah.
And so
mine just stretched out because I
mine
grew
goes
a little
to
bit taller.
all just one place.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, you got a bigger butt than me and bigger boobs.
that's true, but like I also hate
Boobs
that.
are never coming for
I
me.
just feel so unproportionate because I'm so short and I just have big everything. And like in my poem in my English class, I wrote about my height a lot. In my poem, I talked about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I'm uncomfortable with my height. Like, I'm short. I've always been short. It's literally nothing I can do unless I want to get that like painful leg surgery where they break my legs every day for a month. But like even then, I think you only grow like 3 inches, and then I would just be hitting
5 foot.
5 foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know, cause like my height, I think limits me a lot.
I think that people think because of your height you're limited, but I don't. In some things you're really not. Like, no, that was about to be a really mean short joke. Never mind, I won't say it.
Wait, no, you have to say
my
it.
lip just got caught on my brace.
I think one thing that bothers me about my height is that if I get into an argument with somebody, my height is the first thing they attack. Because they can't come up with anything better other than, oh, well, you're short. Oh, you look like a child.
Hey, at least you get to order off the kids' menu.
Yeah, but they don't ever have good food. I'm a big girl. I need to eat a lot.
Me too.
A 4-piece chicken nugget. Give me a 12-piece chicken nugget.
To be fair, I still pass as 12. I got into a drag race for free.
There you go.
I mean, to be fair, nowadays 12-year-olds are literally taller than me, so that's fine.
I just feel like I'm known as the short girl.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I try to be funny.
See, but I'm known as the mean person. I'm known as mean in my group of friends.
Okay, but that's a personality trait.
Yeah, I know. But they pin being short on you as a personality trait.
Yeah.
That's what they try to do.
Well, because when I was little, it was like this big cool thing because I had like all these nicknames and like everybody liked me because I was short. And now it's just like, oh yeah, Tasha, yeah, she's short. It's whatever.
They're like Tasha, and they're like, who's that? And they're like the short kid with dyed hair. And they're like, oh yeah.
That's why I like dyeing my hair because it's the one thing that I control over. I can't control my height. I can't control. I can't control my weight, but like.
Me.
Might not just pay $100 to dye my hair.
I'm not like, you know how some people are like, oh my gosh, I have big legs, I hate it, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm not, because it runs in my family. Having big thighs is a thing in my family. But, so like my legs don't bother me. I think that thigh gaps, if I had a thigh gap,
I think thigh gaps are gross. Like if you have one, like, not trying to be mean.
I don't
like they work on some people. I just think in general.
If you
have chicken legs, I'm offending a lot of people. This people suppose like I got chicken legs. I'm like, sorry about you, but
I just think that if I personally had a thigh gap, it wouldn't make any difference to me. You know, like the size of my legs doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Because
I could have the smallest legs ever, or I could have the most beefy legs like I do, and it doesn't really matter to me. The thing that really gets to me is the size of my stomach.
Yeah, same.
And for us, it's kind of different. Like, we do weigh the same. Mine's a little bit more stretched out, like you said, so it doesn't show as much on me, but I wear bigger t-shirts so that it doesn't show. Yeah. And I pull my jeans up as high as they'll go so I can get over, all of it. And I'll suck in when I, am walking so that nobody can see it. And I know that, like, all the girls at our school are like, oh my god, you're not big at all that.
Yeah, but they're also, like, twigs.
Like, all the people that I'm friends with.
Twigs, but.
Like, you've seen the people I'm friends with. They are. Like,
some of them
don't even weigh 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Some of them don't weigh 100 pounds.
I couldn't even imagine weighing 100 pounds.
Bro, I can't imagine weighing under 100 pounds. The last time I was under 100 pounds was probably
I was like 5. Maybe 4.
I want to say probably 3rd or 4th grade, honestly. Like, basing my weight off of, like, age, you know. Because I was shorter then.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit less. And then when I got taller, it got up. I say when I got taller, like, I'm really tall. I'm like 5'2". But I was really short. So when I got taller, it, like, stretched out a little bit. And then I gained more. Because, you know, middle school. Tough times those were.
Yeah.
God, I hated middle school. Everyone's like, high school's so bad. The people are so much worse. No, I hated middle school. Middle school was the worst time of my life.
The only thing I miss about middle school is the teachers.
Yeah, the teachers in middle school are really good. But also I like the high school teachers, like some of them. Some of them I hate.
Some of them.
Some of the high school teachers, I wish they weren't teachers. But, oh.
I just break the table?
Probably. It's okay. But, like, that,
Try to move.
my teeth and my stomach are really the only things that I, like, hate. You know?
I don't know. I hate my stomach.
Yeah.
My teeth suck.
Yeah.
I kind of hate my height to
Yeah.
an extent. I don't like my face.
I like your dimples. I really wish I had your dimples.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. That's probably my only good quality. My dimples.
I like dimples. You and Atticus both said that I have some, like, right here.
I only
But
see
they're
one.
they're not that big. Sorry, I was picking at a scab on my face. They're not that big. Like, yours are very prominent. Like, you can tell you got dimples. And I think that that's, like a cute thing that not a lot of people have. And I wish I had them. But I only have one that's not really there. But it's kind of there.
Just a little bit.
It's, like, just
tiny.
Yeah, it's almost there. It's trying, but it's not happening. But
God.
I kind of hate
my voice.
Because, like, when I'm saying stuff, I feel like I sound, like, kind of, like, medium tone or, like, lower than most girls.
Yeah.
And so it kind of makes me feel like a man. But then when I hear myself, like, on a recording like this...
Oh, I hate myself. That's why, like, we don't listen to these videos afterwards.
Nope, just
because I don't
put
like
a picture
my voice.
over them and upload them.
Yeah, so on the last video we posted could have some mess-ups, but I don't know because I didn't listen to it.
Yeah. Also, probably nobody else will either because it's an hour.
It's an hour. So I don't even want to listen to us talk for an hour, let alone somebody else.
I don't even want to listen to us talk for 13 minutes.
Same.
But, you know. I think that the microphone makes it a lot better because when you're listening to it without it and you record yourself, you sound like a literal child.
Yeah.
And
also,
I think
I'm a little
that's
sick
why-
right now, so my voice isn't the best. But my voice just isn't good, even when I'm not sick. So.
But I feel like it sounds different when you're talking to someone than it sounds when it's coming out of your mouth or when it's on a recording, which is really weird. Maybe it's like something about like everyone's unique, everyone hears differently, you know? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Look it up.
One thing I hate about myself is that I can't sing.
Oh my god, I love to sing, but I am so terrible at it.
I'm terrible at it. And that's why, like, yeah, I love musicals, but I also hate them because I can't express any type of talent in a musical because I can't sing.
Oh.
That's why I sing the ABCs for my audition. And even then, it's terrible.
Oh god. I would say that singing is one of my favorite things to do. Like, I love to sing to music in the car. I sing at work sometimes with my headphones in, which I really hope that nobody's ever opened the door while I'm cleaning a classroom and been like, oh, wow. But I like to sing. But that does not mean that I would ever do it in front of somebody. That does not mean that I would ever audition for any of the plays by singing. It's no.
The ABCs. Other than my first musical, Tarzan, that I auditioned for, I did sing a song from the play. It took me a long time. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And then I got on stage and I panicked. And I was like, okay, I can't do this.
Yeah, no.
And they, like, made me, like, take deep breaths and, like,
Start hyperventilating.
I was like, I like started to like cry, and I was like, I can't do this. And they're like, just turn around, take a deep breath, start singing, not facing us, and then turn to us. And I think if I had a better voice, I'd be more confident on stage.
Same.
But I'm just not. I just hate that I can't sing.
Honestly, you would think, okay, so we all know I have huge feet. Huge feet.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't sound like I have huge feet when you hear like what size like some of the people I hang out with have, like 11s and stuff. But they're tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just
I'm
feel like
5'2" and wear a size 10.
Yeah.
It's not like I look like I have clown feet, but everybody, like, that's one thing that they know is, like, true, I guess, in quotes, true. Because if you say stuff about somebody, like, oh, you're ugly or something, you could be like, well, no, I'm not. But if somebody's like, you have big feet, I'm like, yeah, I can't help that. But honestly, you would think it would bother me, but it does not really, actually. Like, the size of my feet, I'm like, oh, okay. You would think it would give me more balance, but no, it really does not. It just makes me fall more. I literally hit my hip going down the stairs earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've fallen down those stairs before.
Yeah.
Multiple times. That one time was pretty funny. When I just fell down and you guys were like, you okay? And I was like, I just started laughing. And it's only on carpeted stairs that I fall down that far.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Because I wear socks everywhere, so I guess
can't wear socks. I hate socks. With a passion.
Yeah.
I used to hate them so much that, like, I didn't want to wear them with shoes. And, like, I'd curse the person who invented socks. Like, when I was 6.
You're like, whoever created socks, I swear.
I'd literally be putting on my socks and be like, screw the person who ever made socks, these suck.
I love socks.
I know. And I wish that, like, I was, like, into them and I could, like, wear fuzzy socks and stuff. Like, I like fuzzy socks, but I will just never wear them.
Oh, I have so many pairs. Love them to death. That was a disgusting noise. I want you to know.
Well, that's why I try to turn away from the microphone.
I don't...
Another insecurity that's not so much external, but more internal. I don't know how to breathe for a second, I forgot. Is, I wish I was just good at relationships.
Oh my god.
I am not good. I can talk to somebody and I can like somebody, but the second that they like me back, I freak out and I don't like them anymore.
See, I just...
And then when they move on from me, because they're like, okay, she obviously doesn't like me anymore, then I like them again.
I like them again. See, with me, considering only like one person's ever liked me, I'm just like, I find all of the flaws. I'm like, why do you like me? Like, I'm ugly. Like, why? Like, why? You can't, you're lying, right? You don't actually like me. And I just don't, like, trust that person actually is telling the truth. Also because of all the, relationships that go so bad. And they're like, oh, my boyfriend cheated on me and I didn't even see it coming. I don't want to be one of those people.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of the people who doesn't see it coming, who gets broken up with and starts crying about it. And I think that's part of that is me being like, you're not a wimp. You can't cry if somebody breaks up with you. That's not something that you can do. And part of it is it's not that it's pitiful necessarily, but it's like, okay, it's a guy, he broke up with you. There's other fish in the sea,
I've never
that
been
great saying.
I mean,
I've never been in a relationship, so.
But like they were like middle school relationships or like elementary school.
Those don't even
relationships.
count.
Yeah.
You can't count anything except for freshman year and on.
I mean, I don't even count my freshman year boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
So
it's fine.
I just think we both didn't know how to be in a relationship, and he knows now how to be in a relationship. Like, good for him, but I still don't.
Me either.
So like, Glad that he knows what he's doing now, and has his own, and has a girlfriend, and is like doing great. But I'm not.
I really think that people think that I just don't like guys.
People think that I'm a lesbian.
And it's not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that I'm like, just because I don't want to date somebody doesn't mean that I
want a boyfriend, but like I really think that we just don't have any good options at our school.
I really agree. And I really think that like if I knew anybody from other schools, that it might happen. But I don't know anybody from other schools. I don't talk to people from other schools.
I don't even talk to people at our school.
Let alone me either.
People from other schools.
I know a few people from other schools, but they're all like friends that we played softball with.
Yeah, and I know people from.
And
like,
I don't
plays.
talk to them either. You know, like, but I don't know all these different guys from other schools like everybody else does.
No.
And they're like, oh, I got this guy's snap, and I'm like, how'd you get a snap? I don't even know what school you're talking about.
Yeah.
But really,
I just wish people would stop assuming my sexuality just based on
your relationship status.
Yeah.
I don't think that anybody has ever like actually told me that they think
they have. It's not also because I haven't had a boyfriend. It's also because I dye my hair.
Okay.
That people think that I'm a lesbian, which makes no.
That's just a stereotype.
Yeah.
That.
They're like, oh, you dye your hair and like we're like all black and like first of all, you're describing emo, not e-girl, because it's emo.
Yeah.
Which I'm not. I don't consider myself emo.
No.
I did.
There for a bit.
There
was that patch of time.
But I mean, everybody has a little patch of time.
I've never had that patch of time.
Yeah, because you're weird.
That's fair.
Not that I like hate my like. I still listen to the music from that time. But
well, yeah, some of
I
that
moved
music
on from
were bangers.
Black clothes and
yeah,
because I wore like hoodies
sorta,
and like
yeah.
black ripped tees and ripped tees, jeans.
Yeah, I was like, when did you ever wear a ripped t-shirt? Don't lie. Just rip it open, be like Superman, and then be like, oh, I forgot to put the Superman shirt on under. That is the dumbest. I hate stereotypes.
But then I also this one dude that went to our school before he moved thought I was a lesbian, and it was before I dyed my hair. But like he just genuinely thought that I was. And I was like, no. He was like, really? I thought you were. And it also sucked because that was like the guy that I liked at the time, and I was like flirting with him, or at least I thought I was, and then he said that, and I was like, oh, great.
So I guess what I was doing was not flirting. See, yeah. But like physically speaking, I think really my teeth and my stomach. I mean, my acne sometimes. Only when it like flares up and then I get these scabs because I pick at it. But other than that, I'm fairly, I don't want to say confident, but like
I think I have more
a little bit.
Yeah, I think I have more like personality insecurities than I do look wise.
Like physical.
Yeah, and I think for some reason I think if I change my physical insecurities, it'll help my inner.
Wow.
But like,
yeah, I get how that makes sense.
like I feel like maybe that would boost my confidence, but like I know that's dumb. Like I shouldn't base my inner self from my outer self, because like I can't change a lot of my outer self.
Yeah. I think that all of my like inner problems, I'm just gonna go ahead and blame my family for those. They can take all the blame for those.
Well, my family took like a long time to even think that like depression or anxiety was real. Like they didn't even believe it. It was like it's not a conspiracy. It's an actual thing that happens in the real world.
My mom, I don't know if I told you this, but it was over the summer maybe, or maybe it was last year. I don't know. It was one of the times, And I was just really upset, and she was like, she said it out in the living room in front of everybody too, and I was like, are you kidding me? She was like, well, you seem to be just as depressed as lately. And I was like, thank you for airing my business to everybody. I'm going back to my room. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And that's what I hate. Everybody's in my house is like, you always stay in your bedroom. You never want to come out of your bedroom, blah, blah, blah. Because when I come out of my bedroom, my parents talk about work. My brother complains about the internet not working, or his stupid game, or having to do homework. Because, yes, it's a real thing, and he doesn't want it to be. Or, they want to talk to me about stuff. Rarely ever do they want to talk to me about stuff, let's be real.
Yeah, I always get asked, like, the simple, hey, how you been? Or, like, what you been up to? And that's about it.
Yeah, and that's why I stay in my room. And they're like, what do you even do in there? And I'm like, I have everything in my room besides food and a bathroom. And the bathroom's right next to my room. And I have books in there. I got my phone. I got my iPad. Not trying to sound spoiled. The iPad is school issued.
Yeah.
And I have my knitting stuff. I have my coloring stuff. I have things to entertain me. I'm not like my brother. I can entertain myself.
Yeah. Obviously, we can entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Tide Pod game. Yeah, we just left it there. It's fine.
I honestly forgot about it.
Same. But they're always like, you never want to spend any time with us. And I'm like, that's because you always want to talk about things that you're doing or going through. And not really very often do you want to talk about, hey, how was your day, And I like that because my dad picks me up from work every day, and he's like, how was school? And I'm like, meh. How was work? Meh, it was work. And he asks me every day, which is nice. But when I get home, he sits in the living room. My mom usually isn't home, or she'll be back in her bedroom watching TV because they don't watch the same TV shows. So my brother will be in his room. So where else am I supposed to go? My room. But when Jacob sits in his room, he doesn't get asked why. It's only when I sit in my room.
I know, when I moved up here, my parents were like, well, like, you're not going to see us often. I was like, I'm going to be...
That's kind of the point.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm in my room down there anyways all day.
Yeah, we never came out of your room, except for to get food and to go to the bathroom, which was across a tiny hallway.
Yeah. I mean, now the only difference is the bathroom is in the room. With, like, it's like a...
And we don't have to walk across the living room to get to the kitchen.
Yeah.
They're still going to see us just the same amount.
Yeah.
They just think that they aren't.
I think one thing that made me more upset the opening night of my show, was, like, besides them, like, yelling at me, was, like, they didn't even ask me how it went.
Yeah, and they didn't come and see it the opening night.
No. They didn't even ask how it went, because I was, like, excited to tell them that, like, oh, it was the best performance that we've ever done, but they just didn't care. They cared that I was helping clean up.
And that we were taking so long to leave.
Yeah.
I
don't tell my parents, like, a lot of things.
Yeah. I try to tell my mom a lot because, like, I don't want to say we hang out. That sounds like we're really close in age. We're not. But, like, I do talk to my mom about a lot of stuff. And, like, because she tries to, she kind of acts like a kid still sometimes. And she likes to drive around with me and stuff. So I do talk to her about a lot, but some things I just don't tell her because I feel like when she gives her opinion, it's not, I don't know how to put it. Like, she'll say something and then she'll move on to something else. She'll start talking about how bad her day at work was. And I'm like, okay, but, like, I really wanted to talk about this, and
My mom gets upset when I don't ask her, like, how her day went, but rarely she ever asks me how my day went.
I don't ask my mom how her day went because I know she's gonna tell me anyways. Because that's all she ever does.
I mean, my mom always tells me, but, like, I think another reason I don't always tell my parents, because I get emotional when I talk about my problems, so, like, I start to cry a lot.
Me too.
And like
I cry from sheer anger.
yeah, like even like if I'm angry, if I'm sad, even if like the slightest thing happened, I like just want to cry.
Yeah.
And my whole life, my whole family has called me a crybaby.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like I can't cry because like when I get mad, like when I get mad at my parents, I like start to cry. They're like, oh, you're gonna be a crybaby, you cry, and oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I just like feel like I can't express emotions around my family.
Yeah. That's why I go to my room also, because when I get angry, I can't hold it in. I just cry.
Same.
And it's not like I'm like, oh my god, I'm so upset. I can't hold
That's
my
what
tears
I did
back.
Not last night.
Other night.
Yeah. My bathroom cried.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, I was like, she's probably like wiping off her makeup, but then I was like, she was super angry. She's probably in there crying. And I was like, you know what? It's cool. I'll just sit out here and like floss my teeth and stuff, and you know. Cause it takes me 12 years to do it anyway, so might as well do it while she's in there. But yeah, I just feel like everybody has insecurities that are like semi close to each other, and that most of the time people don't talk about it.
Yeah, because there's people you can't really talk without being deemed as like
psychotic or,
a crybaby or anything like
or you know, having depression or anxiety or being a messed up teenager or just
being a teenager.
Yeah, just being a teenager. That's your problem. You're just a teenager. You'll get over it in a few years, and then you don't get over it, and it's worse. And you start cutting people off. And it's just, I feel like the only way that people want you to talk about your problems is to a shrink.
Yeah.
Which my mom tried to get me to go to a therapist after the car accident, and I wouldn't do it.
I would love to go to a therapist only because I could actually talk to them about my problems.
I wouldn't. She wanted me to do it because I slept in their bedroom, in that chair at the end of their bed, for an entire year after it happened. I was in 5th grade. I mean, that's a little bit traumatizing for a kid. Especially since if it had been a second later, it would have hit me right on the door. So, you know. Also, it was one of those, I don't know why I'm laughing about it now. It's still traumatizing, let me tell you. But when it happened, I was screaming. Couldn't stop screaming. And the paramedic guy was like, calm down. And I was screaming at him. And he, I think he,
laughing, but
yeah, I know. It's okay if you laugh. And I can't remember if he like put one of those things on my finger or like put a blood pressure pump on me, but he was like telling me to like breathe in and breathe out and count something. And I was like, I was just petrified. And so she wanted me to go to a shrink after that, and I wouldn't do it.
I remember when I got, like, my car accident was not nearly as bad as your guys's,
Yeah.
but I remember when it happened, I was more concerned that my flip-flop broke in the car than, like, that we got in the car wreck.
That.
Like, people immediately came up to me because I was so young. They're like, oh my god, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. They're like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, my freaking flip-flop.
I know, and I was like sitting there just trying to fix my flip-flop, and they kept like grabbing my arm. I was like, I'm trying to fix my flip-flop. Just leave me alone.
Let me fix my flip-flop.
I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah. But I think people should talk about it more. And that's why I like when my friends come to me with their problems. And people are always like, oh my god, I'm your therapist. Like, not like that, you know? But I'm always like, you know, it's good for you to talk to somebody. Like, if I'm that person that you have to talk to, that you just need to talk to somebody, that's fine with me. But people need to talk about it more.
Yeah.
Because other people judge people and they're like, oh my god, she's so skinny. She must think that she's perfect. And I know that's not how skinny people think.
Yeah.
Even though I am not one.
Yeah.
I'm not one with the skinnies.
I'd love to be one
But
with
I
the
am
skinnies,
not.
But I'm one with the chubbies. It's okay.
I'm one with the Teletubbies.
Teletubbies.
Chubby Teletubby. That's basically me. But I do think that people should talk about it more, so that so that you can kind of put yourself into that person's shoes before you say something about them or think something about them. Somebody's calling me.
Oh.
It's my mom.
Okay, I'll talk. I'll keep them distracted.
Okay, I'll go in the bathroom then.
Okay.
Not really sure where we left off because got a phone call.
Yeah, I just stopped recording.
Then we had to go get groceries.
Yeah.
But basically, that was us rambling on for probably another 40 minutes. I would probably.
Yeah.
But, at least this one's shorter.
Yeah. And now you know some more stuff about us.
A lot more stuff about us.
Yeah, I've never really told anybody, probably except for you.
True. So, maybe the next one we'll try to make more fun and interesting.
If you have any ideas,
yeah,
tell us.
Please.
Help us.
So,
this is us ending it, but just not knowing how to.
podcast number 2 done.
Hope you enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.